y'all, obviously. And they all said that they knew what animal testing was, but they didn't have like a certain opinion on it. So I just want to ask, do y'all all know what animal testing is? Does anybody have like certain opinions on it? Anything that they want to add in? Okay, thank you. I like that one. So I'm here to tell y'all all about why to be against it. Okay, so first of all, the failures of it, there's 92% of the results that show up in the animals that it's safe, but when they test it on humans, it either kills them in worst cases or can leave them blind or give them a certain type of issue that you don't want. The chemicals that they test on these animals have completely different effects. Like obviously, you're not going to affect the same way that a rabbit does. That's just kind of common sense. So also it goes completely against animal rights. Animals have rights just like humans do, because that's a given. The Animal Welfare Act sets certain requirements for this treatment, but they don't really have exact rules. And these people sneak past it anyways, because mice and rats, which are used in most of these tests on animals, aren't even included in the act. I'm not sure why, but... And here's the sappy picture, like off the what's that lady's name that you always talk about that does the...
Oh, Sarah McLachlan?
Yeah, Sarah McLachlan.
Oh, yeah.
So here's my Sarah McLachlan pictures about bunnies are for cuddling and not testing. Like, how can you look at that face and inject it with it? I just don't get that. You can go to the next one. So there's also alternative ways to testing instead of animal testing. Like, they will use blood from actual human volunteers that have like certain presences, and this is obviously a better way because it's actually a human, and it'll actually show like how the human will affect to it, and it's volunteers. They're not just taking this from like random people against their will. It's actually people that are volunteering to be in these tests. And they also have these things called EpiSkin, that's like an artificially made human skin, so it acts as the human skin would. And they also have ones that are like it, but it's for the eye, so like, I guess, I'm not sure the exact test that they'll do on them, but they'll drop the drops of chemicals in these animals' eyes until they're like burning and they go blind. But they have this actual thing that's literally a fake eye, and they'll test it, and it acts as the eye would. There's also computer models and simulations that they use that can tell how a human would affect. There's test tube methods that are based on the human cells, and there's also stem cells and genetic testing methods that will tell exactly how the human affects. So why do animal testing? The mission for this is one of the petri dishes that they'll test these chemicals in, and it's to develop and promote these alternative methods instead of using the animal experimentations, and it helps improve the medical research. So companies that do use animal testing are ones such as Dove, L'Oreal, Neutrogena, Ralph Lauren fragrances, Old Spice, and Revlon. Do any of y'all use any of that?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a ton more than this, but I didn't know.
Oh my God, Dove, they seem so natural.
That's what it really is. It's mostly like lotions and soaps and hair shampoos and stuff. Those are mainly the type that will test on animals. It's not... Like, Michael Kors is actually on there, too. I just didn't want to put that up because there's a bunch of girls in all of our classes and it was going to freak them out. But Michael Kors actually tests on animals, and I actually owned one, and that completely made me cut all ties with it. And I figured that Ralph Lauren, some guys might, I don't know, do y'all use that? Well, they test on animals. I use Old Spice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's mainly those, and then you can go next one.
Would they make them smell good or something?
That's what I really don't get.
Adidas, Kate Spade.
Yeah, these are for, like, they're just testing these for luxuries. It's not like we have to have these. They don't even just use these tests.
Ulta, but you know what? Mary Kay does not test on animals, I have to say.
Really?
No, they do not. They do not.
Everybody buys from Mary Kay instead of Ulta.
Ulta. Yeah, I do have to say Mary Kay does not.
These are don't. These are don'ts.
Oh, don't. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
Adidas, Carmex, which is the chapstick, Kate Spade, Urban Decay, and Ulta brands.
Okay.
Do
Yeah, most
not
makeup
test
places
animals.
don't, I don't think.
Well, there's some. There's
Okay.
only
Oh,
a
Revlon,
certain
yeah.
few. Yeah, there's a certain few, but there's some that, like Urban Decay, they're completely against it. They're all of their materials are animal test free because
Okay.
they have like a big petition on that. And you can go next one. And then now I hope that y'all are all against animal testing just as much as I am because it's obviously wrong. And I just wanted to let y'all know that there are plenty of petitions on the internet that they send to these places and they try to get them against it. So if y'all could please go to this petition and sign it and look up plenty more and sign it for me.
That is awesome. Yeah. All right. Do you have any questions for her, Brianna? You had a